Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I muted my mic. No, I did not. Thank goodness, because we could have been silent. So we are back, and we are in our final game today, starting over here at the 12 o'clock position for Team FXO. It is going to be the Red Terran Strelok. His opponent down at the bottom left side, of course, I'll give you a cool little intro. Mana, it is from Team Mouse. Is the green Protoss. Mana! Get excited, and I'll try to, like, all my second win and all my energy go into this last and final game. So this is for all of the chips, and this actually is for who moves on within this group. Again, I'm not sure exactly on the score sheet and table. Technically, Strelok could still move on because he was able to take 2 sets off of Mana, which means he actually overall, even if he loses this, would still have overall a score of 4-3, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, what would it be? It would be 4-6, but Mana would be 3 to 6. So the wins would still be in favor of Strelok, but because of the actual win itself over Strelok, I think Mana would be able to move on. So this is for all the chips, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, there we go. So we're starting off over here on Metropolis. For you guys who don't know that are not used to this map, this is GSL Metropolis, the old version, the very first one, the very lovable GSL Metropolis that it is, with the creep tumor in place, with the islands in place as well as for some of those that deal with MLG maps and whatnot, or Blizzard ladder maps. Of course, the Blizzard ladder map had a lot of FPS issues, so people didn't like it. MLG actually took out the whole entire island itself, which shocked me and pissed me off, so I was not a very happy camper when that happened. But overall, I still think this is one of the better maps. This was always called kind of like the better version of Metalopolis, and I would still kind of hold true to that. Now, what Strelok did, he did go for a CC first. This is actually the second time he's done that today on this map, so hoping to maybe hit some kind of timing push versus the Protoss. And I feel Strelok is going to have to go for some kind of quick 2-base play, quick pressure, quick 2-base 1-on-1, something of that nature, to be able to kill Mana, because Mana is such a high-class, high-skilled player that if you force a late game and late game engagements, Mana will most likely be able to overtake you, overrun you. As we saw last game, doing a wonderful job flanking from different positions, doing a great job controlling and keeping the ghosts back, letting the charge lots take on all the units of the Terran, and then finally dropping the Storm when the Terran was out of position. So wonderful, wonderful work. As we take a look and see, Strelok is getting his first little scatter around, sees exactly what's going on, sees the double gas, sees already that there's also an expansion set in place, so he's got to be a little bit aware. He's like, you know what, anything could really happen with the double gas. It could be DTs, could be something that, could be something crazy, but for the time being, I'm going to think that he's just most likely using that double gas for an additional couple gates, so he could pop out sentries to be able to defend any early aggression. For those that are wondering if I'm going to be doing this in the future, I'm not 100% sure. I think I'm kind of one of the tentative people for them to call, because I'm going to be around during this time for them whenever they do the Ritmix RSL, and it's very easy for them to contact me as well, because I'm one of the mainstream partners for them on sc2tv.ru, and again, big shout out to Ritmix and sc2tv.ru for putting on this league. So we'll see. Got a little bit of a nice hookup, so I really appreciate it, getting to cast these wonderful games today. Hopefully, you know, maybe a Terran can pull it out. You know, we haven't seen Terran win in a while. I mean, as we watch today, Lowly rip through the whole entire group 3-2 and then 3-0. So would be nice to at least see it. Maybe a Terran come out. I know Protoss fans are just like crying right now, bawling their eyes out. They're like, we want to win as well. I know. We all want to win, but only Zerk can, because they got infestors. But it's okay. Blizzard patched them. So they could still use fungal. So I don't know. I mean, I am honestly interested to see it within all the math. For those who don't know, the infested Terran eggs health went down from 100 to 70, and then the fungal range got decreased from 9 to 8. Maybe if it was Maybe if it was decreased to 7, maybe a little bit better. But again, how close are you willing to let your infestors get, or how closer is Blizzard? Would Blizzard be willing to let infestors get to hit the fungal too? So if they get too close, they're going to get absolutely wiped before they even touch anything. And especially if you're playing in a TVZ scenario, like a Terran's going to be able to focus fire your infestors way earlier before you're able to land any additional fungals. So I don't know, just kind of food for thought. For now, I think the patch is okay. I'm more excited to see some of these 1-1-1s and some of these variations. As a Terran player myself, I want to kind of sit around and toy with it now since the patch actually finally went through, and see if I could go maybe like a double Raven 1-1-1 Seeker Missile build of like crazy shit sorts that will just absolutely butthurt the Protoss to no ends meet. Strelok is moving out right now. His stim is about to finish up, as well as his one attack, getting his starport out as well, so he's going to be getting double medevac soon. So something fairly similar to last game, at least the build order at the moment, and now adding an additional couple barracks, so very similar to last game. Now the difference this time, though, Mana is taking a little bit of a later third, and which is a smart decision, because with this map, with so much airspace, you're very vulnerable to drops. Might as well get your defenses up and ready sooner, and then grab your third base when you're comfortable, because it's actually not too hard to hold off this ramp with a couple of force fields, so it's kind of one of those things to keep in mind. It's one of those things to keep in mind. And I know some of you guys are asking, but Cheesehead, so do you stream? I'm like, yeah, I stream, you know. I do StarCraft, I do Dota. I mean, I'm mainly a StarCraft player, but definitely don't mind doing some Dota as well, doing fan games and whatnot. I am the manager of XO Gaming for Dota 2. So I guess, yeah, Dota, so not too bad of a game. Now some of you guys might be wondering, Cheesehead, what are you doing after this cast? Can you play 2v2 with me? Can you play 3v3? Can you play 4v4 with me? Well, to that response, I'd probably tell you no, just due to the fact I'm probably going to just absolutely, like, pass out. Right now, I'm like worried that if I speak like too much, I'm gonna have like lack of oxygen in my brain, so I'm gonna like pass out right in front of my cat, like in front of my on my desk in my chair, just pass out like head first into the table, just like trying to continue drinking water and relaxing. I mean, this is what happens when you only sleep for 3 to 4 hours, man. You are absolutely exhausted, and when you're doing this type of cast, it feels like it's actually not that long of a time to broadcast compared to typical times that I'm used to, but just due to the exhaustion, I'm just like, oh my god, this feels like forever. Somebody go attack somebody, just kill them, destroy them. But they won't, because Strelok is a very peaceful Ukrainian. For those who don't know, fun fact about Strelok, if you guys haven't watched his stream, he keeps a rug. He has a rug on his wall, like it has literally the rug placed on the wall, so that's kind of pretty funny. And Strelok actually not unloading all of his units, able to get in the main, which is going to do so much damage, because he could actually focus down not only units, but he could focus down a forge. And this is such a big blunder by Strelok. Could have unloaded everything, but only unloading about 2 medevacs at most. So this will force him to go home, or at least put him pressure on somewhere else. And yeah, this is that nice part about putting that dual prong pressure. He's going to be able to kill not only a lot of probes, he's going to be able to kill a lot of units, because he's going to be able to continually do dual prong drops everywhere. Now stalkers are in place this time, and they're focusing down the medevacs pretty heftily quick. And there we go, stim is up, and now all these units in the main will get taken out. Attacks coming from everywhere. Mana is literally getting drawn everywhere at the moment. Now there does come a point in time when Strelok could get overextended, because he's trading a lot of army value for economy, but for how it is right now, it's nothing that I would ever complain about, because he's going to trade well. He's focusing down the third base, and that's going to even up the game, at least in economic measures. He's got a lot of units on the backside. Beautiful catch with the force fields, but what he doesn't realize is there's another group of units flanking him, so that was flankception right there by Strelok. Mana was like, yo, I'm going to flank you, I'm going to force field you, I'm going to flank you, and then like Strelok's like, I'm going to flank you, bro. Yeah, I'm going to flank you as you flank me. So that was some like epic flankception right there by Strelok. Overall, that really puts Mana behind, and again, with all the economic damage that's been getting done, the Colossus that's going to go down right now, these stemmed bio units are going to be able to just kind of have a little bit of a party right now in Mana's base. I'm not I mean, there's still time for him to hold off and transition out of it, but it's just not looking too good. There's just way too many bio units that are getting rallied across the map, and I feel the consistent pressure is going to be just way too much for Mana to consistently be able to fend off, and the economy is just not what it is or what it should be to be able to fend all of this off. Now here we go. He is moving back, so he is losing. Oh wow, he just lost his Archon. We got the Zults trying to chase down some of the Bio army, but on the backside, all these Vikings are already doing so much damage, lifting them up, lifting some of them down, losing mining time, just getting on in there. I mean, I mean, at this point, it's going to be GG. Mana's just falling in supply, already 70 less than Strelok, and I mean, this was just a wonderful timing and a wonderful attack by Strelok, using a really nice dual prong system, and eventually, by killing that third, he killed the opportunity for Mana to hold off and have a solid economy the rest of this game. So, dropping under 30 supply, and it looks to me that Strelok and Lily are going to move out of this group. Lily in first place, Strelok in second place, and Mana unfortunately falls 0-3 and 2-3 today in last place in Group A.